Welcome back guys to my channel. So today we just want to cover the financial plan. Last time, if you remember, we covered first financial goals. After setting up our financial goals, we moved into a discussion between savings and investments, the possible options that are there. And then in today's video, we just want to try and cover the financial plan, because at the end of the day, just setting up financial goals, just knowing what investments and savings are, and then not really putting it into action doesn't help. So the financial plan then comes as a way to sort of like guide you, to help you keep within the track, right? So a financial plan will only make sense after you have actually prepared your own financial goals, because at the end of the day, we have different life goals, we have different purposes and etc. So you need to take those life goals, your life purpose, put it into your financial goals. From your financial goals, now you go to your financial plan. So there are certain benefits that I've actually experienced myself after I started using financial plan. So you see that financial plan helps you to try and balance the current and future, because when you are putting through your financial plan, you are really saying, okay, this is what I really need currently and this is what I need in future. Have you ever seen a situation whereby sometimes you tend to focus maybe more on the future and then you forget the current, to the extent that you can actually say, you know what, I'm starting my own business, but you're actually borrowing money for you to just pay up maybe like your transport costs etc. Sometimes you can actually say, you know what, everything is fine, but then you are eating all the money that you're also supposed to save for future. So your financial plan is going to help you to keep in track. And then if you don't have a plan, this is one thing that I've noticed: if you don't have a plan in life, be it a plan for just simple thing like a day, even a plan of when do you want to do what and when, getting married, buying a house etc., there will always be someone with a plan for you. So everyone has a plan for you. So if you don't have a plan for you, you end up fulfilling other people's plans, other people's ambitions and purposes and goals. So you need to have your own financial plan where you can actually tell your money, this is where my money is supposed to go, because you're going to be fulfilling my life purpose, my goals. And you also realize that a financial plan is also going to help you in terms of just living within your means. A lot of times we tend to struggle because we want to keep up with this type of life, but then we are here. So at the end of the day, we sort of like doesn't live within our means. We struggle to have money. We end up like having borrowings for things that we don't even want, simply because we don't have a proper financial plan. So a proper financial plan is going to help you to live within your means. It's also going to help you in terms of minimizing lifestyle inflation. Like, you know, sometimes, yes, if your income wise increase, maybe it's coming from a business, maybe it's coming from a salary etc., wherever your income is coming from, you can actually see that it's increasing, but at the end of the day, you are still at the same position, because you have this lifestyle inflation where previously maybe you're buying this, like you were not really concerned maybe in terms of the brands etc., but all of a sudden, simply because some income have increased, instead of you increasing like in terms of other things that you want in terms of achieving your life goals and etc., you still spend more on the same food that you were spending less maybe previously, simply because maybe you're now considering bigger brands etc etc. So at the end of the day, a financial plan is going to help you in making sure you are aligned in terms of what you really want to achieve. A lot of times I know we are scared to use a financial plan. We sort of like feel like it's going to restrict us in terms of what we want, but it's not going to do that. So let's get into the details, and I want to share with you simple steps of how you can prepare your own financial plan. So you can either use your phone if you have your phone, or you can either use your laptop, that is if you don't have any laptop or phone, you can even just write it in your book, like you can just write it nicely, or you can actually buy, there's some books that you can actually buy where they're already written like financial plan, and you just be plugging numbers, right? So the good thing is you just need to start wherever you are. The moment you start this journey of knowing and being intentional about personal finance management, you're going to see that a lot is going to change. So you just need to start where you are, plugging in the figures that you can for now, and then you see that even your conversations, you know, everything is literally going to change. So just start wherever you are. So guys, please don't forget to subscribe, to like, and to share. Let's get into the details of the financial plan. So in this case, I'm using an Excel template. This is just an Excel template that I just prepared. So I'm going to take you through the steps that you need for you to prepare a financial plan. So your financial plan, you need to show the time. So you can either do it weekly, after every 2 weeks, after every month, after every quarter, or after every year. I feel like after every month is a bit reasonable for you, in terms of also it doesn't really takes you a lot, like having a lot of time doing this etc, and also it's just consistent and it's easy to follow. So you can also set it up depending with how often you get your income as well. This might also help. So the first thing that you need in your financial plan is the income. So you need to put through your income. I prefer to separate active and passive income, which is something that I will explain in another video. So I'll put through my active income, and then I'll put through my passive income. And then the second thing that you need to then put through in your financial plan is the savings. So you need to put through your savings. So your savings, basically they are dependent on your personal goals. The best savings and investments are the savings that make your saving or investment goal, because we all have different life purposes. So if you had not watched the video about the savings and investments, you need to go back and watch. And just as a sideline note, savings and investments are different. A lot of times I see a lot of people trying to save what they're supposed to invest, or invest what they're supposed to save. If you know that something you want to achieve it like in the next year, maybe you want to buy a car in the next year, you don't really need to save that money. You don't really need to invest that money. You need to save that money. So let's not get in a situation whereby we save the money that we are supposed to invest, or invest the money that we are supposed to expend, or etc. So a financial plan is going to help you in that, to actually know, no, this is the amount that is supposed to go here, this is the amount that is supposed to go here. Not to just bump into decisions, to say, oh, someone just called me and say, you know what, there's this deal which is paying, and then you just take that money. Yes, you can do that, but you just need to make sure that everything is well planned, so that you also don't end up like depriving yourself in the current, and then hoping for a better future, and all of a sudden in the future maybe those deals doesn't work etc, and you end up like regretting. So put through your savings is the second thing, and then put through your investments, which normally cover the medium and the long term. So if you had also not watched that video, I will keep on repeating, you need to go back and watch the video on the saving and investments. So your investments can be medium term, long term, stock, real estate. It just depends with what you want to achieve in life basically. But there are some easy in long-term investment that you can make use of, just like this pension fund. This is like an easy long-term investment basically, because if you are employed and there's a workplace pension, you need to make use of that. A lot of times you get like free money from your employer, and also you get tax savings on that, which is something that I'll cover in a separate video. And then after putting through your investments, you then put your debt repayments. And then after putting through your debt repayments, it might be mortgage, it might be credit card. Some people, they might actually don't have any debt repayments anyway. But again, towards personal finance management, you actually realize that at some point you really need debt for you to be able to build like future sustainable money. It might be from friends, it might be from banks. Just make sure that you are taking good debt. And then the last thing, which is the fifth thing that you need to consider, are your expenses. Personally, I prefer to separate my expenses between unavoidable costs, like things like bills, the B for the unavoidable costs. Like there's nothing that I can literally do on that. And then so my B, normally they're like rent, electricity, medical contributions, insurance, bank charges, etc, council rates, etc, like my bills. So you need to put through that first, so that even if you are to say, okay, in a certain month you want to try and reduce maybe from expenses, you actually know that, you know what, from the B there's nothing that I can do, because I can't just reduce rent. It's not within my scope for me to be able to do that. Electricity, the fixed charge, you cannot as well. And then now you go to your flexible cost, which is like your variable cost, and then you put through your electricity, your gas, your water, Wi-Fi, transport, etc, all those other things that are variable costs, and then you put through, so that in a certain month, if you are just thinking, you know what, I think I can be better in my personal finance management, I need to try and reduce costs, you can actually see that these are the costs that are easily available for you to reduce. And then the other last thing is the choice or casual costs, like going vacation for no reason money. So I always encourage people that in as much as you're putting through a financial plan, just put like provision for no reason money, where you just know this is the money that I'm just putting through for no reason. If you're in a family setup and you're using joint accounts as a husband and a wife, and also maybe the children, where you have your money from one pot, it's also good to just save for no reason money, that money that someone can flexibly, maybe they want to surprise you, or maybe something just happens, they can't just wait for you to come back and say, you know what, we need to approve this money. So just also have for no reason money that you can just distribute to your children, to your husband, to your wife as well. So basically this is the format of my financial plan that I use as a template. And someone may actually be wondering, why is it that after putting through income, all of a sudden I put savings and investments? So the reason why I love to put savings and investments before anything else is from the concept that I've just recently learned, that you need to pay yourself first. So a lot of times we think pay yourself first is a situation where you are spoiling yourself, taking yourself to go to a restaurant and your family, etc. That's not really paying yourself, because at the end of the day, that money is not coming to you. Otherwise, it's going to where you're paying that restaurant. So paying yourself first is paying the money that is going to come to you. So if I put through my savings account, it means that money is going to come to myself. If I put through in an investment, that money is going to come to myself, and it's not only going to come to myself as just simple money, but it's also going to have other interests, like the fruits from it. And then for your expenses, you actually see that your expenses, they are also based on your purpose that you really want to achieve. A lot of times I see a lot of people, they tend to complain, you know what, black tax, etc. It's actually good to know that, especially most people from Africa, they love to support their families. So just also make sure that you put through those into your financial plan. The moment you put everything in your financial plan, it's really going to help you to really live within your means. Otherwise, thank you so much. So you can also tell me in the comment section, how have you been managing your finance? Basically, this is a simple financial plan that I have, and just having a financial plan is not enough. So please don't forget to subscribe, to like and share. In the next video, we are going to cover the personal tracking plan. Otherwise, thank you.